Mediterranean Organic Diet Secrets. This exploration of the Mediterranean organic lifestyle is not just a guide to eating. It is a manifesto for a life well lived. To understand its secrets, we have to peel back the layers of modern convenience and look at the deep, ancient wisdom that has sustained the healthiest populations on Earth for millennia. The soul of the Mediterranean, why organic is the original way. When we talk about the Mediterranean diet today, we often get bogged down in percentages. How much fat, how many carbs, how much protein. But the true secret, the one whispered in the olive groves of Crete and the hillsides of Tuscany, is that the quality of the calorie matters far more than the quantity. In its purest form, the Mediterranean diet is inherently organic. If you were to travel back just 80 years, organic wasn't a premium label at a supermarket. It was simply food. There were no synthetic nitrogen fertilizers, no glyphosate, and no genetic modification. The secret to the longevity seen in these blue zones is rooted in a biological harmony between the human body and the soil. When you choose organic within this framework, you aren't just avoiding bad stuff like pesticides. You are actively seeking good stuff that modern industrial farming has accidentally bred out of our food. This is the philosophy of vitality. Secret one, the intelligence of stressed plants. We often think of stress as a negative thing, but in the world of organic Mediterranean produce, stress is the secret ingredient. In a conventional farm, plants are pampered with synthetic fertilizers that provide a constant, easy stream of nutrients. These plants grow big and watery, but they are lazy. In an organic Mediterranean garden, a tomato plant or an eggplant must work for its survival. It has to push its roots deep into the mineral-rich limestone soil to find water. It has to fight off local insects and withstand the scorching midday sun. To do this, the plant produces secondary metabolites. These are the phytonutrients we hear so much about. Polyphenols, flavonoids, and anthocyanins. For the plant, these are its immune system and sunscreen. For us, they are the most potent medicine on Earth. When you eat an organic, sun-ripened Mediterranean vegetable, you're consuming the plant's own resilience. This is why a small organic cherry tomato from a dry-farmed field in Santorini tastes like an explosion of flavor compared to a giant, pale supermarket tomato. The flavor is the nutrition, the Lycopene Synergy. Take the humble tomato. When grown organically in the intense Mediterranean sun, it develops massive amounts of lycopene. But the Mediterranean secret isn't just eating the tomato, it's the synergy. The locals rarely eat a raw tomato alone. They crush it and simmer it with organic extra virgin olive oil. Lycopene is fat soluble. By pairing the stressed organic plant with the healthy fats of the olive, the bioavailability of these antioxidants skyrockets. This is the first secret. Nature doesn't work in isolation. It works in conversation. Secret 2, liquid gold and the alchemy of the press. If the soil is the soul of this diet, then extra virgin olive oil, EVOO, is its lifeblood. But here's a secret that many people miss. Not all olive oil is created equal, and the way you use it can either unlock its secrets or destroy them. In a traditional organic Mediterranean household, olive oil is treated with the same reverence as a fine wine. It is stored in dark glass or tin, away from the heat of the stove, to protect its delicate chemical structure. The chemistry of the cold press. Organic olive oil is superior because the trees themselves are often hundreds, sometimes thousands of years old. Their root systems are massive, drawing up trace minerals from deep within the earth. When these olives are harvested, ideally by hand to prevent bruising, they are cold pressed. This means the oil is extracted using purely mechanical means at temperatures below 27 degrees and 80 degrees. If heat is used, as it is in refined oils, the secret compounds vanish. These compounds include oleocanthal, a natural anti-inflammatory agent that mimics the effect of ibuprofen ibuprofen. It's what gives high-quality organic oil that peppery sting at the back of the throat. Oleic acid, a monounsaturated fatty acid that helps maintain healthy cholesterol levels. The finishing secret. The real Mediterranean secret isn't just cooking with olive oil, it's finishing with it. While you can certainly saute lightly with EVOO, the true health benefits come from the raw drizzle added right before serving. Imagine a bowl of organic lentil stew. The heat of the lentils is high enough to release the volatile aromas of the oil, but not high enough to smoke it. When you drizzle that fresh, green, organic oil over your plate, you're consuming a living food. This raw intake of polyphenols is what keeps the arteries of the Mediterranean elderly as flexible as a young person's. Secret 3, cucina povera, the wealth of the poor. The phrase cucina povera literally translates to cooking of the poor. For centuries, people in the Mediterranean didn't have access to expensive cuts of meat. They lived on what they could grow, forage, or trade. Ironically, this poverty created the wealthiest nutritional profile in human history, the legume revolution. In the organic Mediterranean diet, meat is a guest, not the host. The star of the show is the legume. Chickpeas, lentils, borlotti beans, and fava beans are the foundation. The secret here is twofold. First, legumes are incredible for the planet. They are nitrogen fixers, meaning they actually make the soil healthier as they grow. Second, when you eat organic legumes, you're getting a massive dose of prebiotic fiber. This fiber doesn't just keep things moving. It is the primary food source for your gut microbiome. A diverse gut microbiome is the secret to a strong immune system and a clear mind. The forager's edge, wild greens. Go to any village in Greece and you will see yayas, grandmothers, bent over in the fields, picking what look like weeds. These are horta, wild greens like dandelion, chicory, sow thistle, and shittensaikinen, and chanswin, and chipraros. On a claim, this is a major organic secret. Wild greens have significantly higher levels of omega-3 fatty acids and vitamin K than cultivated spinach or lettuce. Purslane in particular is one of the richest plant sources of omega-3s. Because these are wild and organic, they contain no chemical residues and are packed with bitter compounds that stimulate the liver and gallbladder. In the Mediterranean, bitter is better. Bitter foods prime your digestion to handle the fats in the olive oil and the proteins in the beans. Secret 4, the sacredness of the season. In our modern world, we have food amnesia. We've forgotten when a peach is supposed to be ripe or when cabbage is at its peak. The Mediterranean organic secret is a strict adherence to the solar calendar. Eating seasonally isn't just an environmental choice, it's a biological one. Summer, the body needs hydration and protection from UV rays. Organic tomatoes, cucumbers, melons, and peppers are high in water and skin-protecting antioxidants. Winter, the body needs warmth and immune support. Organic citrus, rich in vitamin C, dark leafy greens, and hearty root vegetables become the staples. When you eat an organic orange in January in the Mediterranean, it hasn't been sitting in a cold storage warehouse for 6 months. It was picked days ago. The vitamin C content is at its absolute peak. If you eat that same orange in July after it has been shipped halfway across the world, it is a ghost of its former self. The secret is that freshness is a nutrient. Secret 5, the ancient grains and the sourdough mystery. One of the biggest misconceptions is that the Mediterranean diet is low carb. It isn't. It is, however, slow carb. The secret lies in the types of grains used. Ancient varieties like farro, einkorn, and senatore capelli wheat. These organic grains haven't been hybridized for high yield, high gluten industrial baking. They are taller, deeper rooted, and more nutrient dense, the fermentation magic. But the real secret is the sourdough lievito madre process. In a traditional Mediterranean kitchen, bread isn't made in 2 hours with commercial yeast. It is a 24 to 48 hour fermentation process. During this time, natural bacteria antioxidant and wild yeasts consume the sugars in the flour, and they break down the gluten proteins, making them easier to digest, and neutralize phytic acid. Phytic acid is an anti-nutrient found in grains that prevents your body from absorbing minerals like magnesium and zinc. By eating organic sourdough, you are unlocking those minerals. The bread becomes a delivery system for nutrition rather than just a source of empty starch. Secret 6. The fermented frontier. Beyond bread, the Mediterranean secret involves a constant, quiet presence of probiotics, organic sheep and goat dairy. In many parts of the Mediterranean, cows are less common than sheep and goats. These animals graze on organic wild herbs. Their milk is naturally higher in A2 protein, which is much less inflammatory for humans than the A1 protein found in most commercial cow's milk. When this milk is turned into organic yogurt or kefir, it becomes a probiotic powerhouse. Preserved vegetables. Think of salt-cured olives, pickled capers, and fermented peppers. These aren't just garnishes. They are digestive aids. The organic acids produced during fermentation help maintain a healthy pH in the stomach. Secret 7, conviviality, the invisible nutrient. We can talk about polyphenols and omega-3s all day, but if you eat an organic Mediterranean meal alone in your car while stressed, you are missing 50% of the benefit. The Mediterranean secret is conviviality. The word comes from the Latin convivium, meaning to live together, the cortisol connection. In the Mediterranean, the meal is a sacred time. The shops close, the phones are put away. People sit together for 2 hours. This has a profound physiological effect. When you are laughing, talking, and relaxing, your body is in the parasympathetic nervous system state, rest and digest. If you eat while stressed, your body is in fight or flight mode. In this state, blood is diverted away from your digestive organs and toward your limbs. You could be eating the most expensive organic kale in the world, but if you're stressed, your body won't absorb the nutrients effectively. The secret to the diet's success is that the social atmosphere literally turns on your digestion. The wine secret. And yes, there is the wine, but the secret isn't drinking a lot. It's drinking organic, local wine in small amounts, usually 1 glass, strictly with food. Organic wine is free from the 70-plus additives allowed in conventional winemaking. It contains resveratrol, a powerful antioxidant, but its real power is how it slows down the meal and encourages the social bond. Bringing the secret home. How to live it. You don't have to live in a whitewashed villa on a Greek island to use these secrets. You can apply the Mediterranean organic logic wherever you are. Prioritize the dirty dozen as organic. If you can't buy everything organic, focus on the thin-skinned fruits and vegetables, peppers, tomatoes, leafy greens, where pesticide residue is highest. Invest in 1 great bottle. Buy the best organic cold-pressed single origin extra virgin olive oil you can find. Treat it like a supplement. Use it raw. The 80-20 plant rule. Aim for your plate to be 80% plants, mostly organic beans, greens, and grains, and 20% high-quality protein, wild fish, or organic dairy. The slow rule. If a food was made in a factory in 5 minutes, it's not Mediterranean. If it took months to grow and days to ferment, it's a secret food. Eat with someone, even if it's just 1 meal a day. Turn off the TV, sit at a table, and share the food. The ultimate secret. The final secret is that there is no cheating. In the Mediterranean, if you have a piece of organic cake at a wedding, you don't feel guilty. You enjoy it. The stress of dieting is more harmful than the sugar in the cake. The Mediterranean organic diet is a path of abundance, not deprivation. It is a way of honoring the earth, honoring your heritage, and ultimately honoring your own body. It's about eating food that has a story of the sun, the soil, and the hands that prepared it. When you eat this way, you aren't just fueling a machine. You are participating in a ritual that has kept humanity vibrant and healthy for centuries. That is the most beautiful secret of all.